Look, today I'm here to talk about a woman at the wheel. Right now, what a woman at the wheel is about is pretty much you as a woman, right? Understanding what balances you out. That's pretty much the point. If you are higher on the emotional maintenance side, right? Date a guy that's a little bit calmer. If you're someone that doesn't need as much emotional maintenance, you might be able to take on a dude that's a little bit more like not emotionally stable. You know what I mean? Basically, this is just talking about what's good for, you as a woman. Which not saying as a guy that I know like that, but it's more of a self-assessment. And look, pretty much where I got this concept from I was watching an interview with not Dwayne Wade and his wife. A guy did an interview on Dwayne Wade and his wife. And Gabrielle Union pretty much said, that she's stressed out, struggling to pay the bills, and her husband's a multimillionaire. Now, Gabrielle Union to me exists on that side of woman that's like, I guess, outside of what the norm would be. Well, like the norm would be, most women would want to like have a man pay all the bills and take care of everything for him. She's kind of not like that. She wants to help with the bills. Cool, I get it. But Gabrielle Union is also kind of on some dominant woman type shit. Again, cool, I get it. I'm not here to tell the universe what to do. I'm just here to offer a perspective, all right? I'm not here to coach people through anything. I'm just here to offer a different way of looking at things. A perspective that you may take on for yourself that may help you. Now listen, right? Let's talk about Gabrielle Union kind of being a little bit dominant and controlling, all right? I won't even call it controlling. I think she's just been conditioned to be manly to some degree. Now, what may think you think that Gabrielle Union is manly per se, right? Look, the fact that she wants to argue with a multimillionaire about paying bills. Look, my girlfriend worked and I work, all right? If I ever run into a certain amount of money, I'm not saying she can't pay no bills. I'm just saying you're not going to be running around an interview stressed out about how you're going to pay it. I'm saying if I'm a multi-millionaire, you know what I mean? Me and her pretty much live I would say middle-class life, all right? Now, us down here in 9-to-5 land, outside of all that shit that y'all like to believe on the internet, we got to work to pay bills. I'm just saying, we got to work to pay our bills. That's not necessarily the easiest thing to do. Now, look, when you are a woman that wants to go out here into this workforce and overwork yourself, understand something. When you, I wouldn't say have control over your own life, right? When you want to be the boss bitch, per se, right? Being a boss requires you to take on masculine traits. You are a woman, all right? Just, again, this is a perspective. This is not me telling you what to do. This is a perspective. When you are a woman that takes on masculine traits, you take on masculine stress. You do not regulate stress the same way a man does, all right? A man can crank a 13, 14-hour job and come home and not be as stressed. You know what I mean? If he has like his emotions level. You know what I mean? Women are wired too emotional to take on man shit to not be stressed out. I'm gonna say it again. You are basically made up of emotions to some degree, okay? To be taking on man shit the same way a man does and think you're gonna regulate it the same. There's a reason why a man's the head of a lot of this shit. Now again, that's my perspective. Everybody else's perspective is different. I feel myself, I'm one of them people, I'm like a coach, all right? I don't consider myself like super coachly, but I stand on the sidelines and I let y'all make y'all mistakes. Look, if you're gonna sit there and take on all this stuff, all these bills and everything, just understand if you can actually handle it. And I mean in the sense of like a self-assessment type of way. Like, don't take on more than what you can deal with. Like, your husband is a multimillionaire and you are out here stressed out about how you're going to pay the bills. Really think about that. I'm not saying not to pay no bills at all. I'm not saying to not like have no control over your life. The issue I see with most women is that y'all been fucked over so many times by so many dudes that you have trouble relinquishing trust to a man. Meaning like the type of men you're around, well, just not even the type of men you're around. Most women I see in general do not trust men's nature. And most men don't trust, the irrational thinking that comes with emotions. Look, When you are a woman, you make decisions from your emotions most of the times, all right? That's not good decision making. You can't make decisions. Well, when you can make decisions from your feelings, you don't make the best decisions from your feelings. And that's generally where a man needs to step in when you are in your feelings about something and you decide to make a choice over it. Me personally, I don't tell motherfuckers what to do, all right? But if I see things going too far left, I will step in and say something. That's just my personal take on it. Now listen, here's for you guys. I'm gonna just take a minor detour here. Here's for you guys that like to run women. Look, I get most men feel like they are the bosses to some degree. I understand that. But here's what happens when you keep stepping in front of a person in their irrational decision making. Look, if a person doesn't openly submit to your decision making and doesn't understand the perspective that you're coming from, let them make their own decisions. Reason being, look, once upon a time, I used to get speeding tickets like a motherfucker. If my dad would have kept paying my speeding tickets for me, I would have never learned to stop speeding. But when you got to pay for it yourself, you learn. You are robbing women of the opportunity to learn for themselves their own decision making. Because when a person finds it out for themselves, their decision making will align with your decision making. And y'all will be able to make decisions a lot better together versus you having to be over her every 10 minutes. Now, again, I understand that people fall into their spaces where they feel emotional. I get that. You know what I mean? Women are wired a certain kind of way, and honestly, there's a certain beauty to it. You know what I mean? But now look, when I say make decisions for yourself, all right? I mean, make a decision on what type of guy actually balances you out. I'm a person personally that's about balance, all right? Again, make decisions, date men based off who balances you. Y'all date men strictly off attraction. It's emotional attraction. You're not thinking about this person's characteristics, their traits, what type of leadership they are. Because look, you don't want to date a guy that you feel like you're better than. Because what a lot of women do is y'all date down. And what I mean by dating down is you date guys that you can control, guys you can run over, guys you can talk to crazy. You don't want to really, okay, a man with some type of backbone comes with some type of structure, comes with some type of program, comes with some type of something you fit into. You know what I mean? Most of y'all don't want to adhere to none of that. Mostly, they say it in submission, but y'all don't like to adhere to structure because y'all want to do what the fuck y'all want to do. Y'all want to act how y'all want to act. And you want a man to compliment you on acting how the fuck you want to act. And not knowing that some of your decisions that you're making are not good for yourself. It's just that most of y'all don't never take the time to, okay, the thing I wouldn't say dislike about women, but I think the thing I like about being a man is that there's instant accountability. I'm not saying most women can't feel accountability, but most women tend to duck it because it doesn't make them feel good. I don't like saying things like that, but it's the truth, all right? Most women don't like being held to the fire. Most women don't like to be at fault for nothing. Most women don't like to be wrong, all right? And that causes you to make very poor decision making. My decision making is based off me messing up time and time and time and time again. There's a learning curve to life, all right? As a man, you don't get to duck accountability. At least if you're worth your salt. That's just my way of saying it. Look, you can't keep dating down because it's easier. I understand why you date down. You want control. It's a control thing. I think most women have control issues. Y'all want to be the ones in control. And I get it, you want to be in control, but being the woman that runs everything is not what you're actually attracted to. Okay, when you're a guy and you can be in control and run shit, it feels more natural. As a woman running shit, it's cool for a little while, but it isn't. I'm telling you, look, when you're a woman that has to make all the decisions, that shit is, I would imagine that's not attractive for you. You know what I mean? You'd rather chill in the passenger seat, let your man make the choices that he needs to make that'll work best for both of y'all, have an input, let him make the decisions, let him step in front of all the bullshit, let him do it, because we're here and we're designed to do that. The problem is, this woman married a man that let her do whatever the fuck she wanted to do, and didn't say anything to her, didn't correct her on none of that, and I use the word correct loosely, meaning he didn't step in and be like, all right, this is wrong. You might be tripping, And I'm not even saying, like, when y'all say corrected, right? When I say corrected, y'all take it as if I'm saying, like, you know, a boss. You know, it's not like that. Damn cat came around litter. When you step in and you stop a woman from making bad decisions, that's for her. That's not you trying to be controlling. That's you trying to step in front of somebody making a poor decision. You don't let your 13-year-old drive your car. You don't let kids make decisions on where the money in the house goes for the bills. All right? Some things make sense because they make sense. And I'm not saying women can't make their own decisions. They can't. I'm saying that it's not necessarily the most fun to be the woman in the relationship making all decisions herself. And look, I don't even want to get into the man like Dwayne Wade's kid, but that girl probably made that kid like that. I'm not laughing. That girl probably made his son like that. I'm not gonna get into the whole Zaza Wade thing. I'm just saying that's what happens when you don't step in and stop people from doing certain bad decision making. As a woman, you gotta know what's good for your life, and I mean for yourself. Like, don't date dudes that are gonna just sit there and let you do whatever. Because the thing about men is, a lot of times we be watching for danger and shit. Or just, you know, we're very rational. So some things that may or may not make sense, we're not saying that to like be, well, some guys are saying it to be controlling, but the guys that have your best interests in heart are not saying that to hurt your feelings. I know it comes across that way, but it's kind of for your own health. But again, that is on you to make your decision for whatever type of man you want in your life that is going to help you, you know, be your best you. So I just wanted to give my take on that. It was something I saw earlier, and it was something that rolled around in my head for a little while. So y'all have a good day.